Get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everything activity, something that we produce. Cheer all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, yeah, let them do their play. I'm a cobalt, I'm not different. One chicken say, Kogoli Oko, is all casting. I have to celebrate. Never go like you see the road, yeah. Never get like you see the road, yeah. My boo, my deal, what I do. The pastor like your mommy, the girl, you're playable. But my girl, leave a fool, my chat. I step up, you want to take jacket, but I'm you want to eat, but say it. And if you need, well, man, let me know. Say it, my body. You are chill, shaka, pop your message, yeah, boy. I want to get Sunday. We call this Sunday. What's the only different? Chicken say, Kogoli Oko, so classic. I swear different. When chicken say, Kogoli Oko, so classic. Now every day I'm doing this. 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 Oh, oh, oh. You get my mind, I can't see it now. Oh, oh, oh. You pay them now. Anywhere, touch the anywhere. Want to start my hustle soon. As soon as you bring, if you can't wait, you carry your shoe. As soon as they bring the pressure. As soon as they bring the pressure. Give it back for me to cool my temper. As soon as they bring the pressure. The break again down what's outside. Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see but the same person is fine. Now every day I'm doing this. 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 Now every day I'm doing this.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you want to report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. But they can't take your law in. Crime Stopper, yeah, for us. We need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must take it. And I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crimes for all of us.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of crop beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, say go with deep, put it to each chicken. We are living since in hot.
The only independent voice of Liberia. No allegiance to any political party, organization, institution, or individual. Freedom FM 87.9, your best choice.
Let's say a pleasant good morning and welcome to the February 16, 2026 edition of the program from the Print News on Freedom FM 87.9. This is where we come to bring you stories making headlines in the print media. And I'd like to welcome all of you listening, watching this morning to this edition of the Print News, brought to you by Crime Stoppers Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Guerrilla Street in the Old Road, Smart Road Junction, and our one and only Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, one of the giants in the petroleum business in Liberia. They are also involved with dump truck and tanker trucks rental. They also have on the Liberian market, Mayuba Water. They run a mini clinic there in the town hall community. That's on the Barnesville Road. And Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. They also have on the Liberian market, Mayuba Water. And folks, Exodus Best Price Store on Guerrilla Street, the owner of Exodus Entertainment Center, have everything to suit that special occasion for you. All right, you're running your little restaurant, your little kobo shop. I mean, you got your little entertainment center, and you want to get alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages for cheaper price. Well, that's the place you need to rush to. They have two branches. One is on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction, and the head branch is on Guerrilla Street down Central Monrovia. And they are not only into the alcoholic and beverages business. Those of you who will go there to purchase your stuff, they have a delivery service to take your goods to your destination. So if you're having a party, you're having a graduation party, wedding reception, you're having repast, I mean, whatever get together, you want to get drinks, non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages for cheaper price, just make your way to Exodus Best Price Store. So folks, those of you who are watching, it's always good when you're watching, don't just see our faces. It's always good to drop a comment. Drop a comment in our comment section so we can know where you are watching us from. It's important to drop your name and your address in the comment section. So please don't just like, you can also share the post. But what is more important to us is that you drop a comment in the comment section. All right, I'm Wendell Nimne, and I'm here with you this morning. Esther Daku, I'm told, is caught up in the traffic. We also will be joined later on by the Radio LIB team headed by Solomon Tunis, who is going to run us through the weather report for, the days to come, including today. So in our studio this morning, we have the Daily Observer newspaper and the Front Page Africa newspaper. We have the hard copy in our studio today. So we will shortly run you through, the trending stories. But just to let you know, over the weekend, we had to honor this invitation from the former president of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. We all converged at the Invincible Sports Park, where we had to play a football game in memory of the late Thelma Bernard. And it was a good game, but the score was very bad for us. I mean, the Media All-Stars went against the We Are All-Stars. And the Media All-Stars were beaten 14 goals to 4. All right, but I want to say to some of our goal scorers, Austin Kawhi and Oliver Kine. The good thing about it, we led the people 2-1. Kine scored a beautiful goal. They were the first to score. After the score, we went and redeemed. It was 1-1. And then Kine, netted one beautiful goal. We were taking the lead 2-1 before I left the game. I left the game when the score was 2-1. All right. I led the team. I captained the team. When the score was 2-1, I had a call time on myself because I exhausted all of my energy. So I had to call time on myself because I don't want to be like Mark Vivian Ford. So I called time on myself. So the young guys that replace us, man, I don't want to describe it, but it was very bad for us. Very, very bad for us. We were beaten 14 goals to 4 by the We Are All Stars. But it was a good game anyway. We had a beautiful time together. It's never a bad day, in the company of the former president, George Manneh Weah. So I want to say kudos to you, the former president. It was a wonderful time with you over the weekend. But folks, let's run you through now the Daily Observer. That's it, 14 goals to 4. The people beat the Media All-Stars 14 goals to 4. I'm telling you, you had the legs of Ibrahim Wian, you had the legs of Abu Sharif, Oliver Kine, who scored a beautiful goal, Austin Kawa. I mean, you just name it. I mean, it was wonderful, but the scoreboard was too bad for us. But let's get to the front page Africa newspaper. Those of you who are watching, don't forget, drop your comment in the comment section. Please let us know where you are watching us from. It's very important for us. So let's get to the comment section. Let's get to the top stories on the front page Africa newspaper. And it says here, not easy to do. Lawmakers fear backlash over anti-FGM push as House holds public hearing. And this other story has to do with law and order. Misusing the traffic law. Justice Ministry warns lawmakers, ministers, judges against unauthorized sarin use. And then lastly, seeking clarity. Formation of National Fuller Security Group sparks rule of law debate. Very interesting story. So let me take few lines from this other story, misusing the traffic law. The Justice Ministry warns lawmakers, ministers, and judges against unauthorized sarin use. Because in this country now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, they want to use sarin. So let's see who all have the right to use it and who don't have the right to use sarin in our country. So let me take a few lines from that story. I'm trying to make my way to page 8. All right, let's run to page 8. And I'm almost there. All right, I'm almost there. Yeah, it says, where is it? Where is that story? Page 8. All right. Where is that story on page 8? Let's see. Yes, I'm there. All right. It says here, misusing the traffic law. Justice Ministry warns lawmakers, ministers, and judges against unauthorized sarin use. The Ministry of Justice has issued a stern warning against the misuse of sarins on Liberian roads, clarifying that no office, rank, or position automatically entitles anyone to install or operate sarins. In a statement signed by the Director of Press and Public Affairs, Jotunu Colley, the ministry emphasized that sarin privileges are not attached to public office, rank, status, or position. Ministers, legislators, judges, heads of agencies, political appointees, private security escorts, and private citizens are not authorized to install or use sarin unless their vehicles fall squarely within the categories provided by law, the statement read. The ministry warned that it will strictly enforce Title 38, Chapter 6, Section 6, 8.21 of the Vehicle and Traffic Law. Any person found installing, operating, or using a siren contrary to the law will face immediate enforcement action, including citation, seizure of unlawful equipment, fines, prosecution, and any other penalties provided by law, Colley said. Law enforcement authorities nationwide have been directed to act without exception, ensuring that emergency privileges remain reserved for lawful and legitimate use. The ministry expressed serious concerns over the growing misuse of sirens by unauthorized individuals. It noted that sirens are increasingly being used for purposes unrelated to emergency response, including unlawful clearing of traffic and the assertion of improper road priority. Such conduct, the ministry stressed, violates the Vehicle and Traffic Law and undermines public safety, traffic discipline, and the credibility of legitimate emergency services. Under Liberian law, only police vehicles, fire service vehicles, and other duly designated emergency or official vehicles may be equipped with sirens. Their use is restricted to lawful emergencies, including responding to fire alarms, emergency calls, immediate pursuit of suspected offenders, and other legitimate emergency operations. Well, we'll leave it right there. That's the warning from the Ministry of Justice to ministers, lawmakers, and judges against unauthorized siren use. So let's get to more stories. Let's bring you the big stories on the front page, Africa newspaper front page. Liberia convenes high-level consultation on future of United Nations on the margins of AU summit, championing Africa's interest. The United Nations stands at a crossroads, and Africa must decide in which direction we would like to see it move. Africa must not be a passive observer in shaping the future of the United Nations. Joseph Nyuma Bwaka, President of Liberia. And then lastly, let's take this, let me just take a quick break quickly, a quick break, very quick break. All right. And it says presided over by Chief Justice Nyami Kwekwebese Senior, along with Associate Justices James Eto, Howard Wolokoli, Yusuf D. Kabar, Sianen D. Clinton Johnson, and Bwanka N. Kane. The court ruled that Prophet Key's repeated use of invectives, vocal language, profanities, and outright abuse, particularly targeting the mother of the sitting Chief Justice, constituted contempt of the Supreme Court. In its judgment, the court relied heavily on Article 15, that's Article 5, 14, and 15 of the 1986 Constitution, emphasizing that while freedom of speech is guaranteed, it is not absolute and carries responsibilities. The court declared his conduct in spewing out invectives, insults, abuses, and indecent language constitutes a violation of the constitutional right to freedom of expression. Beyond the 6 months custodial sentence, 180 calendar days, the court imposed additional conditions. Prophet Key must publish a letter of apology to the Supreme Court and to all Liberians, especially Liberian women, in 3 widely circulated newspapers for 5 consecutive days. Execute and file a behavior bond with the clerk of the Supreme Court, pledging never again to use invectives, vocal language, profanities, or abusive speech against any Liberian. The order took immediate effect that Article 15 of the 1986 Constitution, or the 1986 Liberian Constitution, guarantees freedom of speech to all citizens, but with a caveat that the individual shall be responsible for the abuse thereof. The court declared the justices further emphasize Liberia's cultural and constitutional values, stating that Liberia as a civilized African, where is it? Yes, it says Liberia as a civilized African nation respects and recognizes the cultural and traditional norms that guide all civilized nations and respects the womanhood of all women. And that in the instant case, the contemner having profanitives, that's the contemner, having over the years engaged in invectives, vocal language, profanitives, and outright abuse against prominent Liberians, especially women, and now the mother of the sitting Chief Justice, his actions run contrary to the spirit, letters, and intent of the Constitution. Hence, his actions constitute contempt of the Honorable Supreme Court and are punishable as such. Who is Prophet Key? Justin Omen-Ezen is social commentator and online personality from Tapita Statutory District, Nema County, rose to prominence through social media live streams and commentary that frequently criticize public officials, religious leaders, and prominent citizens. His blunt and often inflammatory style attracted both supporters and critics. While some followers hail him as a fearless truth teller, others accuse him of defamation, of vulgarity, personal attacks, and ethnic or religious provocation. He has previously been accused of publishing unverified corruption claims and using profane language toward women. Though legal action rarely succeeded, except in the case by former Liberian Cultural Ambassador Julie Endy, which was quashed when the Supreme Court initiated contempt proceeding against him for verbally attacking the court and the Chief Justice's mother. Prophet Key admitted guilt and pleaded for mercy. The court, however, ruled otherwise. A nation divided almost immediately, the ruling sparked sharply divergent reactions from legal scholars, former public officials, journalists, and civil society actors. Gonglo freedom must be guided by decency. Councilor Tiagon said Gonglo constitutionally, that's constitution law and human rights lawyer and lecturer at the University of Liberia, defended the broader principle underlining the ruling. Referencing his role in drafting the Kamara press freedom law, Gonglo noted that while sedition, criminal malevolence, and criminal libel against the president were repealed to expand democratic space, the prohibition on abusive language was intentionally retained. My position has always been that our democracy must be guided not only by freedom, but by decency, Gonglo stated. This agreement is the lifeblood of a vibrant democracy, but it must be expressed responsibly and with respect for others and for our institutions. In the length of public education commentary, Gonglo stressed that democracy strives on disagreement, but not on destruction. He argued that contempt of court is not about protecting judicial ego, but about safeguarding the administration of justice, citing precedents such as in Scott and Roberts, 1984, and in Reed Joseph K. Jala, 1987. Gonglo noted that Liberia's Supreme Court has long held that criticism of judicial reasoning is permissible, but sweeping accusations of corruption or abusive radical that undermine public confidence may constitute contempt. Freedom is a constitutional democracy is never without responsibility. Emphasizing that regular speech can erode the rule of law itself. For Gonglo, the issue is not suppression of criticism, but the preservation of constitutional balance between liberty and responsibility. Well, folks, because of time, I think we will stop you right here. You know, we wouldn't go through the Daily Observer newspaper. What we'll do for you from the Daily Observer, we'll just take some of the headlines, run you through with them, and then we can cross over to take our break. After our break, we join our weather report man. So let's bring you the Daily Observer. Let's read you the stories on the front and back pages. When free speech meets contempt, Prophet Key's sentencing invokes consequential constitutional debates. Chinese envoy hails deepening ties with Liberia, unveils ambitious cooperation agenda at Lunar New Year reception. And more stories on the front page. SCNL berates FDA for halting FOIA protected area process. And another story here says Liberia, Egypt, MOU signals new diplomatic era. And we see the photograph of Egyptian Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigration and Egyptian expatriates of the Arab Republic of Egypt by Adelete and Minister of Foreign Affairs Sarah Beslo Yanti are all photographed under this caption, Liberia, Egypt, MOU signals new diplomatic era. Let's run to the back page of the Daily Observer with just one story. Liberia showcases mining investment potential at Mining Confab. And that's all we can take this morning, folks. Let's recap for you again the Front Page Africa newspaper. And these are stories we brought you from the Front Page Africa newspaper. Top stories. Not easy to do. Lawmakers fear backlash over anti-FGM, that's the female genital mutilation putsch, as households public hearing. And it says misusing the traffic law. Justice Ministry warns lawmakers, ministers, and judges against unauthorized sharing use. And lastly, for top stories, seeking clarity, formation of National Fuller Security Group sparks rule of law debate. And Liberia convenes high-level consultation on the future of United Nations on the margins of AU summit, championing Africa's interest. The United Nations stands at a crossroads, and Africa must decide in which direction we would like to see it move. Africa must not be a passive observer in shaping the future of the United Nations. Who is saying this? The president of Liberia. And then lastly, Supreme Court sentencing of Prophet Key sparks national debate on free speech. Justice or selective urgency is a question mark to this caption. Well, folks, that's all we can take this morning from the Daily Observer and the Front Page Africa newspaper. We're going to take our break. When we come back, we send controls to our weather report man, Suleiman Tunis, who is going to run us through the weather report this morning. Stay tuned.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in deep and deeper. Put it to each
Oh, yes, folks, that was word from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. Exodus Best Price Store with 2 branches. They also operate the Exodus Entertainment Center, where every time you go, their drinks have crystal cold. And also part of us is Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. They are involved with dump truck and tanker trucks rental. They also run on the Liberian market, Mayuba Water. They run a mini clinic there in the Barnesville Town Hall community. They also have on the Liberian market a gasoline. So that's the work of Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. But folks, our man is here, Solomon Tunis, to run us through the weather report. So let's cross over to New York City, where the man is already seated to give us the weather report for the rest of the days. Tunis, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Salam alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Let us prepare first to welcome this Ramadan a few days from now. Your weatherman, Suleiman Hashim Tunis, coming to you live from Radio LIB here on Staten Island, New York, with Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. Today, for the rest of the day, because we're already going to midday in Monrovia. Over here, it's just 6:48 in New York City. Today, you're going to get a little bit of break. The heavy sun that you've been experiencing last week is going to give you a break. The heat not going to give you a break. It's going to be a little bit humid. It's 85 degrees, feels like 92. And rain likely around 3 o'clock. It will start experiencing rain, and the sun will run away from you. Even if the sun is up, it will go away from you. The humidity will be 67%, so you're almost there. You got to be a little bit careful, and the wind will not be blowing at all. It's only 3 miles per hour. Okay, 50% of chances of rain the rest of the day. So listen. Tonight, you're going to be humid a whole lot. So if you have something to do, make sure you prepare yourself for the heat, especially those who don't have electricity or something to fan them, give them cool air. That's today's weather, the rest of the day. Tuesday, it's almost going to be like today. It's going to give you 86, feel like 93. And the humidity going to be 80 degrees tomorrow. Even though it's not going to be, sun not going to be shining, the whole week the sun giving you a break. All right, even if the sun come up, it's not going to last. There's going to be a scatter of rain like today, the rest of the day. Soon the rain, you will start experiencing rain in some part of Monrovia. And the sun will hide itself today. Tomorrow, almost the same. Tomorrow, even probably worse than today. But the heat, no matter what rain comes, the heat that behind it is what you should look at. Forget about the hot sun. The heat, the wind is only 8 miles per hour. And there's 50% of rain tomorrow, Tuesday. Let's look at Wednesday. Wednesday, around the morning hour, you probably will see the sun, and don't depend on that sun. It's not going to last. Then in the midday, you might experience cloud or a little bit of rain. And then the rest of the day, there'll be some kind of rain. But again, the heat, the humidity is about 75 degrees. Wind will lift up a little bit, 9 miles per hour. But don't depend. 9 miles per hour, wind ain't nothing compared to the heat that you will experience. It's the heat that you should really be concentrating on, because it's going to be really, really uncomfortable, especially nighttime. Okay, this is your weatherman from Freedom FM here from New York City to Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. So that's your 3-day weather report. If you listen, you take it from Freedom, you take it anywhere, it's going to be the same. So that's it from your man Tunis. Back to you, Wendell.
Thank you very much, Tunis, for running us through the weather report for the rest of that's from today up to midweek. So you heard it, how the weather. Every time we give you the weather report, it's always factual, all right? Because you can call and confirm that every time you're talking about the weather, it's just exact. So just need to guide yourself today. If you stay home and trying to make your way to town, you know how the weather is going to be like, please wear something that you will be able to cope with it tomorrow and the day to come. Please, all right? We just run you through the weather report for the 3 days. And we're about to go back to Tunis. Tunis will run us through maybe for 2 minutes to encourage you Muslims, brothers and sisters out there as they get prepped up for another month of fasting and praying. So Tunis, you can take 2 minutes to elaborate, then we can get back to our talking points.
Thank you, Winda. God will bless you and your family for that. Because
Amen.
To talk about the Ramadan, Ramadan is just few days, which is tomorrow. There will be the last day, probably. Tomorrow going to be in New York City from my mosque. Tomorrow is the 29th of our month. We will be looking for the moon, the crescent of the moon. If we see it, we will be starting on Wednesday. If not, we will fill the moon to 30, which will be Wednesday. Whether we see the moon or not, we'll start on Thursday. This is the news. The Friday, we have this information from our mosque when we went for the Friday prayer. So we are admonishing every Muslims and all our brothers and sisters from the Christian faith and non-Christian faith that we will be starting our holy moon either Wednesday or Thursday. We please do not give us, when you see us fasting, please give us a little bit of break. In America here, when we are fasting, our workers, our co-workers, they always give us a break. They don't give us too much work to do, especially when the sun is really hot. Because fasting is not something that we want to do ourselves. It's an obligation on every Muslim. This 1 month is an obligation. It's not choice. It's not by choice. Okay. So we thank Freedom FM for giving me this chance to let you guys know the coming of Ramadan. When Ramadan comes, you need to be very, all the things you used to do, you need to leave it alone. Like drinking, like smoking, womanizing, and all of that. You concentrate on your fast and prayer. You just, God give you this 1 month to concentrate on, and this month is mainly for God, but he alone, not for nobody. God asked us to fast, nobody, nothing else. God said the reward for this fast is he himself know. So nobody know the reward. He said, I know what I will give for this month to you guys who fasting. So that's it. Thank you so much, Wendell. Let me give it back to you. Oh, Wendell is gone. Okay, I think we have a breakout, a blackout in the station. You know that Liberia now. So Liberia, not like New York, we are here. Blackout here, that's we get something out of it. The last time I remember, we had a little blackout on our phone last month, I think so. All day or almost most of the day, our phone, Verizon couldn't call out, neither receiving the call. But Verizon sent out $20 credit for that inconvenience. So that was what we got. But when it comes to Liberia, you're on your own. Our country, our people, one people, you know. This is a program we call the Print News, where we read the headline of all different newspapers, mainly the 2 major newspapers, the Daily Observer and the Front Page Africa. Front Page Africa today, some of the stories on the front page is like, let me just give you a gist of it. And that's what we're going to be trying to discuss. But the justice, it says Supreme Court sentencing of Prophet Key sparked a national debate on free speech, justice, or selective audiences. And that's one of the headlines. Second headline, they say, Liberia convenes high-level consultations on the future of United Nations on the margin of AU summit. Then we got another one says, lawmakers fear backlash over anti-FGM push as household public hearing. Another one say, oh, there's a big one. So Justice Ministry warned lawmakers, ministers, judges against unauthorized sarin use. I mean, the people who can be driving with sarin unnecessarily because they empower, they want to be ahead of the traffic. So they're making law to put stop to that. And if you did your whatever equipment that yelling in the street all over the place, they will be seized from you. That's what they're trying to tell us. Then we go to another one, say, oh, formation of National Fuller Security. Wow. Group spark rule of law debate. Wow, I said full of people getting security now, their own security. What becoming Liberia, we don't know. The people we used to say they're from somewhere else, now they're having their own security. I see the pictures here, they're standing like, you know, some, how you call them, militias and some. But anyway, those are a couple of the headlines here on the online from Page Africa. Let me see which one is until my people come, if they're coming back. Because when this midday in Liberia, midday now, 12 p.m. in Liberia. So I believe the electricity goes sectionally. So probably they're on time for let me see what the sentencing of. And let's see, this one was read before. It's another interesting one here. Let's see this lawmaker on it. Yeah, lawmaker.
It's never a bad day in the presence of the former president. But folks, it's good that we have our man Tunis back. Let's go back to Tunis, and then he will conclude from where he stopped. So Tunis, we had some tech issues, but it has been resolved. So welcome back.
Yeah, I was here entertaining the social media section of the so.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Always, you know.
Thank you. I mean, the headline you read, what really sparked me is the judiciary. I mean, judiciary, the Supreme Court sentencing our mayor or their mayor. Professor Key, you know, the Chief Justice letting us know that his mother is the only most important person in Liberia, that they have to rain insult at her before he knows that somebody is doing something wrong in the country. When Judy Andy took her case, they all were there and they trash that case. So nobody is important. This is exactly what this man is trying to tell, that his mother, being that the insult was sent to his mother, as he put it, so that's why he took steps. So he really not taking steps because of the law he was put there for. So it's only wrong when he goes to his relative. I don't think that's fair to we, the Liberian people. That's not the reason why we put him there. Being selective. That's my take on one of your headlines. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tunis. But my attention is drawn to the warning from the Ministry of Justice, because I like the way they put it. I like the way how the whole Justice Ministry came up with this, warning to legislators, judges, and ministers and other public officials that always abuse or take advantage of the traffic because they are government officials. So they are telling us now. So you're listening. Oh, I want the Liberian people to listen. This is my, own understanding of this warning issued by the Ministry of Justice, and the Minister of Justice himself is not exempted. All right, because we all live in the same district. We see how he drives to work in the morning, how he goes back to his house, and they are telling us that the abuse of sirens by public officials, judges, ministers, legislators, you people are not exempted. In the country of like too much damn power business. As soon as they get your small little tattoo, then you're drunk. Everybody observing the queue in the morning because this person feels that they got some connection, they will want to use the opposite lane. Or when everybody there quietly going through the queue, you'll come and just use your siren and
Okay, I think we are already lost our crew again. This is what we go through when Liberia, and when it comes to Liberia. We're so sorry, Today is a holiday here in America anyway. So today is President Day. President Day. Liberia, we don't have President Day. We have one or two president birthday to celebrate. I think we're still celebrating talking about birthday in November 29. I don't know why they keep celebrating. They keep being stuck in the old days. They need to change that to President Day. Because we have a couple of presidents who need to be recognized also. But that's Mama Liberia. They stuck to the past. They never want to upgrade the system. Like today, like this week in New York City or New York State, they have seized all activity from now to, I think, Wednesday. The motor vehicle is closed. Even the online motor vehicle closed. They are closed to upgrade the system. To upgrade the system. There's no activity. If you have any pending activity, it's been announced to us since 2 weeks ago. So they're taking, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 3 to 5 days to upgrade. But we Liberia, we're stuck in the past. And some of us didn't even see that past to the extent we didn't experience it. How on earth you have more than 20 presidents and you only celebrating one? And this one, they were not even considering that he did anything good. All right. It's just that he's the longest president so far. And that's all. He'd been there at that time. There was no democracy in the country. It was so say one, so say all. That's exactly what we experienced. Our fathers experienced, because we didn't experience them anyway. We didn't experience it. We were not even born there in those days. Okay. But then we stuck to that past. It's about times to do some legislative or something to pass a legislative that at least honor all president. All. Like here today is a President Day. President Day. We had President Day for all presidents. How they would just George Washington alone, the first president. Okay. Why they don't do he alone because he was the first president? That's a very good position. If anything fresh is always a little bit important than the rest of it. But they didn't go for that. They said, hey, let us give everybody the right to enjoy this day, because they all did well. They were elected, That's how it's supposed to be. Hold on. You'll wait for me 1 minute. I got your call. Hey, Gus, how you doing?
Good. I said, thank God, the best.
Okay, guys, we still waiting our partners. You know, talking about President Day in America here. Today is President Day. But let me bring in this serene issue. Sam Monrovia, the Ministry of Justice issues a stern warning against the misuse of syrenes on Liberian roads, clarifying that no office, rank, or position automatically entitled to anyone to install or operate the siren. This is a charade, believe me. They just want to tell us that they are working, but this will not hold when it comes to Liberia. Okay, it will not hold. Because they're not even paying the police that are enforcing the law in the street accordingly. You, $150. I don't know if many of them even making that. But let's assume they're making $200. Let's rent it up to $200. It's $200 a grown man with family can sustain him for a month. He pays way. Let's assume that he lives across the bridge or somewhere in Painesville, reporting to work at the headquarters of Liberia. All right, reporting before he being dispatched to wherever he's going. That's transportation alone. The lunch you eat, if you put all together, it's going to be more than $200. Then what left for something else? Not food you eat home or food you eat on the job, because you have to eat lunch. You're there for 8 hours plus. All right, the stomach can be empty while you're working. All right, you'll be crediting until you credit your uniform. You pawn your uniform. Okay, that's what goes on in Liberia. People making a sufficient salary, police making nothing, chicken change. And the policeman will go arrest somebody with siren. You tell me that now, for God's sake. I own the traffic. Okay, and I see somebody come and say, let's assume that person yield to my stop. I stop him, my man, blah, blah, you're not supposed to be doing this. The minister in the car. The man going to salute the minister first to honor him. My people, you're judging for me. If they will who, I say will not who. Because we all like people, we have our opinion, but I know it will not who. Okay. The minister says, and let's go and say, in a statement signed by director.
Keeping the show up,
Back again.
Every time we goes up, Tunis is on the other side keeping the show up.
Yes.
While I'm here, keeping the show up. So we are back together.
Yeah, somebody, your man said, bring him up. Your man said, please bring him up. We've been waiting.
I don't see anybody. I don't see Gus.
Okay, let me try
I don't see him.
Okay.
Because we're almost about to go to the lines, so I don't know. But folks, that's it. The people then, they're abusing power in the country too much. So we need to stop it. We need to correct them. When we see them doing it, they say, no, you're not supposed to carry siren. The justice ministry say you're not entitled to siren. Judges there, you see, judges there and all. Something like judge from my magisterial code, he won't carry siren. And you see someone then say, I don't understand this country. The people just don't respect the laws of our country. The very ones who are supposed to be protecting the laws, making sure that the law works for every one of us, are the very people breaking the laws. So we come in the weather this time, we know your car not supposed to be carrying syringe. You can't be on, or you be blowing horn, you will blow your horn whole day, someone or will not give you the space. Except for ambulance or the ones the vehicles that are entitled to carry syringes. Those are the ones that will give the syringe to. All right? That's what we do.
Oh, my man, if you want me to say something about this, I don't think that law will hold in Liberia.
Whether it will hold, it will not hold. That's what they say. For me,
I know. That's what
I will break it. When they do it, I see it. I will not get in chance. Me, I will not get in chance. Spoil my car. I get a chance to spoil your car, I will spoil it.
Don't even do that. You got family in the house. You know that you're not there. It's not in your nature. You're just saying it. But Liberia, they kind of law and they just put it in the book. If the man can be cursing people all day, no law can catch him. But just insult the Chief Justice's mother, as he said, then that's when they apply the law. The same people that are giving or making this law, they will break it. Okay, and you will see it will be broken even the next minute tomorrow. So that's all I can say on that. Look over there, that man say come.
Yeah, I think Gus is here. Gus, let's hear you quickly so we can go to the lines. We're running out of time. Gus, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Hey, good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Tunis and Liberia. Gus Gorman. I didn't hear much about the Fulani thing. I think that stuff is a mess. It also shows how Liberia is really in a total disaster. If you ask me, there is no country in the world where you see such a thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? The Fulanis are they're right to. We got alcohol can do the same thing. Everybody can do whatever. I'm getting ready to start my Loma Defense Force. We got plenty of former military members. We're not shy. We're not afraid. So we'll start our own too. We'll have our Loma Defense Force because they've taken us for granted, including this current government. Lufa Kante, we'll make sure the Lomas will be standing. We have been too nice to the people. Everybody come, we were nice to them. We use this thing in Lufa called my Fula man not come, my Maringo man not come, my this man not, my Basa man not come, because we don't really try to do trouble. We treat everybody kind. So we were taking advantage of during the war, and other groups continue to do these things. So for the Loma people that are listening to me, we are ready for our Loma Defense Force. It just be all Loma people. We don't care. If you can't speak Loma, you ain't joining us. We'll all have our own forces, and Joseph Walker and his people will then have to deal with all of us. So, thank you. Liberia is a mess.
Thank you very much, Gus. Let's hear from our Liberian people now. We have 15 more minutes to be here, so let's hear from you, our Liberian people. You can call us. You listen to all of the talking points this morning up to this afternoon. So we are opening up the lines for you to call in on 0776-104-104, 0886-500-104, 0770-297-016. Those are the numbers to call and make your input. This is a program from the Pre-News, and this program is brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store on Guerrilla Street and the Oro Smart Road Junction, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. There are too many things to talk about, and so let's hear from you, the people. Let's take you as our first caller. Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, let me extend my greeting to your police. This is Washington Soup, and I call from Disville.
Go ahead, Washington. You have a minute. Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you. I think this is a time for those that are not in power to organize themselves, to defend themselves. Because what is happening is so unfortunate. It's looking like the law of the country is only for people in power and their friends. Let's see how things going. It first started with that rape case. Where other people raped when you get an allegation, police will arrest you, carry you to jail, but you're having to brand man jail because he's a government official, nothing happened to him. Correctly, insulting all people here, nothing happened, but because he did it to a government official, he just said, they put him into jail. He did the same thing to the former cultural ambassador. He said it was not a crime. So why is it that he's not today? Because he just said. So the people, they just spoil the country. The law is not for people that are not in power. It's only for those that have power. So it's bad. The country belongs to everybody. So this is a time for people who don't have power to think. So there comes a time where when police invite you, you're not go there because you don't have the power. When you go, whether you right or not, once that case between you and somebody in power, there will be no legal process. You'll just grab you and put you into jail. That's what we see. That's what happening.
Okay.
The country is just messed up. Why will you jail somebody for thinking that in debt was not person? The person went to court. I think, you only went there. They said, well, not crime. Then why is this crime today?
Thank you.
It's so bad, man. People just damaging the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you? I don't know. You see, some of us...
Tell us your name first, then you make your contribution.
I'm Mr. Ramos.
All right, Mr. Ramos, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ghana Bay.
All right, let's hear you. Have 1 minute.
Yeah, we want to say thank you to you, the journalists. But the thing is scary, I mean, really, the thing is scary for us because while we are hearing on the air, I don't want to be political, but it's scary for some of us because we are so many people that we are leading, and we always to the people and tell them not to cause any problem, to do the right thing. But if we listen to the air and what we are hearing, then, and nobody bother to say, no, is that true or it is true, then why are we? It's scary for us, for some of us, who are leading people.
Okay.
Because this is just and the other people were found in a different force. So every tribe now, you telling us that every tribe in the Vietnam will have their own defense force?
Thank you. Thank you there, Reverend. Let's talk to God's help. God's welcome to the show. No time. Let's hear you in a minute.
Yeah, so thank you. Let me say good afternoon to you guys here in the States, Australia. I like the caveat sent from the Ministry of Justice with the legal usage of sarin, but I want to say this much. The police themselves are in constant violation of misusing sarin.
Okay.
Like Monday of last week, on Ashford Street, there was this guy alone in a police vehicle cruising slowly with the sarin plane. And our student kind of wondering what is he up to? What is he trying to do? He's not in pursuit of any criminal. He's not carrying any VIPs. Why are you playing the sarin? But that's the police we have. Secondly, this issue about the Supreme Court Chief Justice reprimanding or this guy Jensen, in as much as he got the reprimand that some of us crave, it is also important to note that their action is selective. And I say this against the background that Mo Ali is culpable of contempt charges in that he sat on public radio 2 weeks ago and branded the judiciary as being corrupt with people pointed directly at the public court. And that action in all of this ramification is contemptuous. So I kind of wonder if these people who are judged to be the ones to dispense justice and dispense it impartially will be doing it in the manner and form they are doing it, then we are not getting anywhere.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gus. Let's take this other caller. Let's take this person. Okay, since you're not patient to hold your to wait, I don't think we're going to go back to that line again. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name quickly and where you join us from.
I'm Dino Camara calling from Brazil.
Let's hear you. You have 1 minute.
There was an issue of Prophet King. I'm just trying to tell the government that they are not serious Prophet King have called so many people mother. It teaches them whether it's value more than the other people mother than Prophet King himself. So they need to take action. Because those who don't get power, they don't have justice, right? But I say to the government, they accept free and spirit and speech during church we have time. They accept spirit and speech, they tell you for any. Our president was past president for any, they were forcing her all around. There was no justice. But if you read the Prophet King, they are changing. So one day, send it to the government for wrong investigation. And I appeal to the government to keep free Prophet King. Because the justice is also be for everyone.
Thank you. Let's talk to another person.
Don't worry, they
You.
will do it.
Hello?
Yeah, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, Edmond. No time. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, let me say hi to our brothers in the US there. You know, the issue about the justice ministry coming up with his restriction on the use of sharing in the country. We hope that they will be able to live up to it, because for what we know, they always come with pronouncement and they can follow. Again, you are standing on the road, you see one minister passing, they got on sharing, they are running. And nobody know where they are going, for what reason they put it on for. So at times that when I'm coming, you don't even know which one to give chance to go. So it's very important that what they have said, we hope that will be on the place. But the influence, the very implementing arm of the government, the brother was saying, which is the police, they are involved with it. So how can they go about or implementing the thing that we are talking about? We talk about it, so what they are law enforcement people know. It's not about law enforcement. And then we get the Prophet King issue. The people, the planet Kasawa and the need, the little jockey Kasawa that the planet, you can't play Kasawa and the yellow. Okay? But for you going to jail, if I want to do all that, don't think or punish, maybe this is the third of Prophet King. I need to pay for your answer what you have done over the years. Because the thing that man can talk, you can get caught. So the thing that can come out of that man more, it's too bad. It is very, very immoral. Nobody does the third that God has set for him to pay for his immoral act by being immediate and sending to jail by his own government that he supported.
Okay.
So that you go to jail, let you go there. For me, I support it. Let you be in jail when you come up. If you feel that the other side will not address, we have to do corruption, then you carry evidence so that we can pursue that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edmond. Let me run to the comments quickly. Let me take the comments quickly. Let's see what we have. There's one from John. John Simba says, Jatu Simba. Jatu Simba says, I don't understand what name it's all about. Jatu Simba again says, good morning. Peter Topa says, good morning, following you from Dupo Road. Stephen Ebar says, good morning, Freedom Print News family. I'm following the show from Dakar, Senegal. Sam Toby says, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm following you from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And we also have Otis Guer. He says, we are all-star team that not joke. Not joke. All right. And Justin Dolo says, good morning, Freedom family. I am watching you from Louisiana Township, Monserrate County, District 1. The only district where the lawmaker live in another lawmaker district, leaving the district by itself. Honorable Rogi Yato Barry, our district will be redeemed from her in 2029. And let's run through this one. Let's take this comment from Grace Ann Smith says, so good. Felicia T. Swen says, good morning, Freedom family. I'm following from Barnesville, Quellet Town community. Stanley Sharif says, good morning to the peaceful citizens of Bohe Town, Popa District, Grand Cape Mount County, Western Liberia. And Julia Wanwe is following. Dwete says, good morning, Wendell. Good afternoon to you too, Dwete. And P. Marcus Davis says, have a wonderful time. You too. Again, it says, I'm watching from Broadville City, Moulton Corner community. That's P. Marcus Davis. Phoenicius Junior Bar says Wia is coming back 2029 and he's watching from Newcretown. K. Randall West says, I am watching you from Greenville City, Sando County. Stevie Yakade says, good afternoon. I'm following you from Cotton Tree District 2, Lower Magibi County. And Paul Spencer Reeves says, Wendell, this is a total breakdown in governance where the people feels that their government cannot defend themselves. They take the responsibility in their own hands. Let's pray for our country, Liberia. And Poka Rava says, good morning, my great hard-working freedom family. Henry Yango says, following closely from my end on this awesome Monday evening. Thanks for the great service. Daniel Saki says, good morning, big brother. Good afternoon to you, Daniel. Popeye again said, thanks so kindly for the good work doing always for our beloved country. And he says, I'm watching you from my unknown destination. All right, so folks, we can take one more call. Maybe we can take one more. Yes, the time is there. So let me take this person. Hello?
Hello. How you doing, my brother?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to the show. What's your name?
This is my sister, your biggest in the country, the Oma Hotel.
Okay, Ma Sisi, your voice changed this morning. I think you need to change your voice. Oh.
You got your mama,
Wow, I eat it for long. I wish I would be out there to eat some.
you try your other friend, you say, Papa, the food in the country,
I know, eh? All right, let's hear you, Ma Sisi. You are the last call.
Thank you for people asking me your land this morning. Let me say hi to my people in the after my picking. And no, Wendell, let's tussle and tussle. I disagree and Mocha. It's my brother, but I disagree in this morning. For saying the man should go to jail and stay 7 years in jail. No, I disagree with my brother. It's my brother, but I disagree. This man will hear fucking people. When we are starting people, tell him the man, go ahead and do it. The man, he said he was paying him every month in Western and they he was paying him to call people in this country. Who can with power to call people, to call leaders, even the bread of both, and put it out boy in the man, we say what like every day and he did that book.
Can you hear me?
Goss, you have to hold on. Somebody is on the line, Goss. Just hold on. Go ahead, Man Sisi.
Why you call me? He's a player in the desert, in the joint. So no one can tell a man or a man, let you tell a man of what? That guy is just over here on what a man said when I saw criminal. He can take no people in the back of the guy out of them. He's talking about my son. He's talking about looking at my court, my on the phone for my head. And you're rejoicing with a better quality job. You're rejoicing and let it pay your job. You see a fool about people yet?
Because your background is dark and it's not good for the show. You have to get to the light.
Exactly. So what are you talking? That's what discussing the process in the discussion of the system now. Only for national wire is for the place that will conflict.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's for the place to come. Tell us what I said to me, and he's going to jail, and what for me, I disagree.
Okay, Master.
They may do it, John, and John, and what to do. They say no more corner, man, in Bokate, and all of for something woman. That's why I got that most of my you know, so I am with that.
Okay, Master T. No time. Let's go.
That's a nonsense. Thank you.
Thank you, Masisi. All right, folks. So we're not taking any more calls. We gotta go. Time is against us. So, Gus, let's hear from you. Tunis to stay here. So, guys, let's take a minute each to go.
Gus, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Gus. Okay, let me give you my parting comments. Join us this evening, same 11 p.m., so we can discuss these issues that we discuss in here in detail. 11 p.m. There's a sister show called The Nighttime Spin. Wherever you are in Monrovia, in Liberia, you can join us if you're listening to the show or all over the world. We will be coming back this evening, 11 p.m., 2 hours program, so that you can join us so we can discuss these issues as we start this morning. Again, be careful. We say good morning or good day. And our Muslim brothers and sisters will be, Ramadan is right around the corner. The moment you turn left or right, Ramadan is right there. So prepare yourself in these few days, 1 or 2 days. Thank you again, Wendell, and we see you tonight.
Thank you very much, Tunis. We will be here 11 o'clock, so you can join the nighttime spin crew. Before we go, let me say happy birthday to a friend, the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory Coleman. Happy birthday to you, Greg. Wish you all the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Hope this age that have been added, hope that it will bring, more transformation in your life and your duty as being head of the Liberia National Police. All right, folks, we got to go. Thanks for being there. We'll be here tomorrow, God's willing.